Hello everybody, I hope you guys enjoy. We're just going to be doing a 50% race with a full grid of AIs and Mackie as well. We're going to do a short qualifying session, then a 50% race, and this may go on for a while, so I'm not going to be speaking through it, but I'll see you at the end when we find out who wins the race. So yeah, enjoy.
There's only a few cars out on track. We should consider getting out there. Okay guys, let's get these changes made. Standing by. fit a replacement. You picked up a puncture on the front right. Pit for tyres. Pit, pit, pit. Be aware, track is busy. Track is busy. Some slight damage to the front wing. You should be okay to stay out. That's moved us up into 13th. Your tyres are at a good temperature. Minutes to go. That's T1. You're currently in T1. Fantastic. That was the fastest lap.
Unfortunately, Mackie has disconnected, but I am going to carry on anyway, just because of ease sake. So yeah, I'm going to try and talk as much as I can throughout this race. Don't know what about. Oh no. Oh, damn it. Okay, so maybe you can't. People have to be in your lobby. Okay, well. What can we do? I'm gonna have a look what next race I have on in my career, and then do that 50%. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm gonna do a quick race. Okay, so instead of Australia, start new event. Yes, Ferrari. Dynamic safety car on. Short qualifying. What else? Do it on Germany. I'm enjoying that track a lot. And I'm just going to change the name. That should change it if you refresh. So, we're in the Ferrari in Germany. I can't. I'm in quick race. Got on the primes even. And I'm going to go to track and do flying lap because I can't be bothered to do driving out. And let's see how good a time I get. Coming up to the the start-finish straight, use as much curves as possible, brake slightly and then try and hit, cut the corner a little bit. Forgot to open DRS. Idiot, and Vern's going to get in my way. Just got on the outside of it and gone a little bit wide through that corner. And to the 17 dead, basically. First sector, try and keep the line as straight as possible. Going through this back straight, brake hard into the hairpin, saving 50% curves for the exit, which we're going to use right now. DRS open, usual, clip the apex, brake hard, oh, brake a bit late there, lock hopefully should get out of the way. Oh, right side. Okay, that was my fault. Whoops. I didn't know whether he was... Oh, and a penalty. Brilliant. Screw it. I'm going to restart that. I didn't know if he was going to go into the inside or the outside, because sometimes they do different things. Okay, let's load this again. Fly lap. Okay, let's do this properly. again keeping the line as straight as possible through his back straight, braking hard, saving 50% curves, and luckily there is no one here to block me off. Got lots of room in front of me that I can use up, clipping the apex, try not to outbrake myself this time, just touching the apex slightly, and then running around that corner, doing 53 seconds. Oh no, I've hit the gravel. Bugger. Just gonna try and take that corner as fast as possible. I took it too fast. If you want to see this lap, this Hockenheim done as with my PB, you can check out our lap analysis, which will be going up on Monday on Hockenheim. As I do a 1:20. Oh my! Yep, forgot that happens. Holy crap. Yeah, that was
Whilst we've got this time,
quite interesting.
turn the engine mix down to 1.
Okay, we're going to preserve fuel. Once we do sort of outlap, even though it's not. So how you guys been? Webber's straight away beating my time, so is Hulkenberg, everyone's beating it because it was crap, basically. I nearly took out picks of the nose there. He locked up, I think. Okay, it looks like the time to beat is a 1:18, so it doesn't look too difficult. Definitely lost a couple of seconds in the gravel, so should be able to get that. The reason I'm on the primes is because I prefer that strategy within the race. Starting on primes. So here we go. Rich.
We're in 9th place at the moment.
Great. Try not to cut the curve as much as I did last time. A little bit wide. Looking DRS for the little straight there. Turn 2 and 3. And sector time. Fastest sector, which is good. Using 50% curves and DRS. And straight line as possible. To brake slightly early for this hairpin just to make sure I don't outbrake myself, and then use the rest of my curves and some DRS to bring me to this left-hander where Perez seems to be in the way. A bit of oversteer there. Hopefully Perez won't be too much of a bother. He does go to the inside straight away. And that corner was done much better there. Going to brake for the left-hander, which comes into this slight, small sort of chicane type thing. And then the two right-handers here, which I'm going to try not to hit the gravel on the left-hand side there, as that is quite easy to do. And we've done a 1:17.7, so I think that is probably good enough for roundabout poles. So we're going to return to garage and speed time up. So no one seems to be beating my time. I think Hamilton's come a little bit closer, but it's still half a second, which I doubt will be done in 1 minute remaining. So we've qualified in pole. Hopefully there is no rain in the race, even though it is on dynamic, so anything could happen basically. I remember the last time I tried to do a 50% race, I accidentally went on to intermediate, so I was meant to go on to options, and I just couldn't. I just went straight to last because everyone was on the options on the dry part of the track, and I tried to stay in the wet area as much as possible, but I just couldn't keep it there. So I had to abandon that race just because there was no way back. People were lapping me by the time I could pit for options or primes, whatever I was going for. So let's see. Some pretty shocking. Oh, I've actually never locked up my brakes on quick race, even though I think I've only done like 4 races on quick race. And my favourite difficulty is intermediate. It's because I'm crap. So yeah, we've got the race coming up here. We're going to try and stay on these prides as much as possible. Try 1 stop, so I could go up to lap 24. So I'm going to try 22. I'm going to go on cautious fuel, just because I don't want to have to manage that much. And we have got some rain, 53% chance of that. So, and we're just going to come out.
Standing by.
As we're starting in pole, I'm not too worried about pit stops really, because I'll be hopefully quite far on the lead, as I am doing half a second faster laps, and they do take the first lap incredibly cautiously, so hopefully I can gain some distance between first and second. So 3, 2, 1, and we are off. First lap off 34, underway, straight to Rich, using a small bit of my curves just to make sure I get away and nobody tries to take me on the inside. No instance, it looks like, on the first corner, however I could be wrong. Nope, it does seem to be all cleared up, and using some pretty new tyres there, which should be good. Hopefully this race doesn't become too easy. It'll be interesting when people pit in or if I make a mistake. Let's see. So I'm going to come back down to standard after this hairpin. Try and, even though I don't really need to preserve fuel, make sure that I don't run out, because that would be slightly annoying and would lose me the race if I was in the lead at that point. So we've gained quite a nice gap here, going slightly wide there, 3 seconds already, which is a bit ridiculous. Still going slightly wide. They are on the option tyres, which hopefully means they can try and close the gap on me, as I'm going wide again. This is really not that good. Oh, it does seem like someone did actually have an accident, lost their front wing, because they do seem to be quite far back down there, just sort of trundling along. Obviously I don't know who that is, which is slightly annoying, but it does seem like Massa's had a pretty poor start. Looks to be quite far down the pack, to be honest. I don't know what that is actually. Wow, he does seem to be like at least 15th. I don't know. I would try and count the dots, but I'm concentrating. So let's see. Pitting on lap 22, try and get as much out of the tyres as possible, and when I say getting as much out of tyres, I mean endurance wise, not speed. Oh shit, forgot to use literally all my curves. No.
Being enabled this lap. Remember, we can use DRS when you're within.
You can see 1 minute 21, that's pretty poor first lap, even though, again, I don't want to be pushing too hard, because I don't want my tyres, don't want to have to pit at lap 15 or before. I'm going to at least try and reach my, oh bloody hell, I forgot to use my tyres again. Yeah, they are slightly getting orange, but I think it was a wrap, my front left especially. slightly. Lifting off through that corner just to make sure I make it around easily without losing the back end or anything, I don't know. I used to find that corner pretty tricky, and these two that come up to the start finish, just because you sort of have to turn and brake at the same time, and on the entry of on the first of the two corners, and then the second one you have to make sure you don't run wide to the left, because if you do, you hit a pretty large gravel area, as I run wide again, which is pretty devastating. And I think in the last 50% race I did, there was someone that was slow, like as you can see, there's someone at the back of the grid really far behind, and I look up again there, my front right, coming into the hairpin. Grid starting to split up now, which is quite good. So I have a gap to come into when I come for the pits. Come for my pit in. Just to let you guys know that, because obviously it's Thursday now whilst I'm streaming, but tomorrow, which is Friday the 26th, there will be a video about what will be happening over the summer period, what sort of things we'll be bringing out onto our channel, and also a pretty neat gameplay that might be the best we've had for a while, and probably won't be beaten for a while either. Yeah. But no, it's a good video. Talk about quite a few things about the channel and what should be happening, and aims and things like that. But I won't give anything away in this stream, hopefully. So, what should I talk about? Recently the trailer came out for 2013 and a few clips of the classic version with the classic cars. I think it has the 80s and the 90s, if I'm correct. And I think it looks really good. Obviously we haven't seen the physics and stuff and how good the game will play, because obviously I haven't driven on it or actually played it, and no one's put a review on it because obviously the game hasn't come out yet. And I was also quite surprised when they didn't put it on the new consoles. However, I do think the game wouldn't have sold as many, because people won't want to have to buy a PS4 or an Xbox One just to buy F1 2013. So instead of the game costing, let's say, it's either £50 or £40 around about, it'll cost like £500 because you're going to have to buy the console as well. And I don't think people like doing that, so that's probably their idea of that. Just make 2014 on the new consoles when people will more likely have the new console, which is a pretty good tactic, to be honest. But going back to the classic edition, I hope it's not just you can do some quick races with the classic cars. I hope you can do some more things than that. Obviously, if you want to play online with them, everyone's going to have the classic edition. Obviously, you could have a different playlist for certain. Like if you want to use your classic car, if you bought the classic edition, I mean, that would unlock a playlist that you could play on. Say that. But again, I don't think because obviously F1 2012 wasn't as good as F1 2011 in my opinion, just because I don't think the physics play as well, and you don't, when you're going at like 200 miles an hour down that straight I just went down, it does not feel like you're going that quick. It's really, it feels like a casual drive, to be honest. There are a couple of tracks that you do feel like you're going pretty fast on. I won't be able to name off the top of my head, but Montreal's pretty quick, and certain parts of Silverstone do feel pretty quick as well. Especially, I think the fast left, right, left, I think it is. That's a pretty quick part of the track, but again, the game just feels a bit slow and not that enjoyable, and a lot of complaints about like wheel settings, like how wheels don't seem to be working that well. As I do a fast lap of the race. Again, it's only a 1 minute 21, which I'm pretty surprised hasn't been beaten. I'd thought that it'd be a lot quicker, but obviously everyone's got enough fuel to last the whole race, so that will slow people down a lot. And also there'll be quite a lot of battles between each other trying to gain positions, as Button has seemed to have overtaken Hamilton. I think he was also behind Vettel, so he's done pretty well to come up to second. Massa still looks like he's quite far back. And we are slowly catching up with this slacker at the back here. Yeah, doesn't seem to be doing that great, to be honest. I'd have thought he'd probably be one of the big guys, to be honest. It might be like Duressa, that's who it was last time he got taken out. Oh, something I would like to have changed in F1 2013 is when you go into instant replay, I wish you could change to different drivers, just so if they did have a crash you could see what happened, because I find myself looking backwards whilst my guys, I was with Alonso then as well, but I was in pole as well, and it was after the first corner that Duress got taken out, and I, in the instant replay, was looking back whilst my car was driving off, trying to watch what happened at the first corner. Oh my god, and as I ramped the first corner again. Stop doing that. And I get a fast start.
The car behind
But
us started to
luckily I'm
drop back.
12 seconds ahead. I just started to go orange a bit, so I'm going to start laying off a bit, brake a little bit earlier and smoother, which is quite difficult to judge with the controller, I have to say. See, I couldn't tell if I was braking enough. Also doesn't help that I don't have sound. I could listen to. I don't know why the engine, the sound of the engine helps.